Okay, so, yeah. So we're gonna, and then put those on. Yeah. So today I'm finally doing the last step to getting my E46 race car put back together after the damage that it got when I rolled it into the shelf in my garage. This bumper down here on the bottom is the bumper that was on the car. I showed the damage to you guys a couple videos ago. This bumper right here I bought offline, and we had it all prepped up and was getting pretty close to doing the final coats of paint on it when we realized that it was a sedan bumper. Wasn't a big deal, kind of sucked, but we've got other cars in our group that can use this bumper. We'll find somebody to take that bumper over. The reason we went to Hard Motorsport, honestly, was to pick up this bumper right here, and we decided to make a video out of that trip up there, but this was the main reason we went up there. It's really expensive for them to ship bumpers, so it was actually cheaper for me to drive up there and drive back just for this one item in shipping than it would have been for them to send it down to me. So I'm gonna go over real quick the differences between the sedan bumper and the coupe bumper. As far as I know, the coupe bumper will fit on a sedan, but the sedan bumper will not fit on a coupe. This is identical to the one I had on originally, and I'll show you why I was so excited to get this bumper back. That one down there has some more features than just this kind of standard bumper. So be really careful when you're buying things, you know, from eBay, Amazon, because a lot of the pictures they use are very generic. And this one here actually didn't say coupe or sedan, it just said M3 front bumper. It was in the price range I wanted it, so I got bit there pretty good. But like I said, I'll get a little bit of that back out when we change out one of our other sedan bumpers. So on this bumper, we're actually going to be installing canards or canards, however you want to say it. On the bumper I had before, they weren't really lined up perfect because we did it on the car. So now the bumper's off the car and it's actually unpainted. I don't have to worry about scratching the paint. We're gonna get the canards set up exactly where they're supposed to be, drill the holes, and then paint it and then install afterwards. So I'm not doing any taping. The other thing we're gonna be doing today, because the canards that I have don't quite have a super high gloss finish on them, is I bought some really nice high gloss paint from a local paint shop. The same shop that we actually used when we painted RJ's E30. That has UV protection and will bring the carbon fiber to the super high gloss. So we're gonna be sanding those down and painting those today as well. So I'm gonna show you the difference between the sedan and the coupe bumpers real quick here. You can see on the coupe bumper, this distance right here is really wide and it actually has webbing in it. The sedan bumper is really narrow through here. So when I put it on the car, there was actually a space right here, almost the size of my pinky. I could almost put my pinky through it. They do have the same receivers here for the mounts on the car. But what I love about this bumper here and what I had on my original bumper is these guys on the inside. These right here actually grab the OEM bumper. And this is why I went through the trouble to get this bumper again. So you don't have to do any brackets or anything like that like we had to do on Carson's bumper. On his bumper, we actually ran a screw through the top here. And it wasn't really the fitment of it. We just didn't like doing that. It wasn't ideal. You can't see his because we have it so far back here that when you tuck the bumper in, it actually slides up underneath the headlight. And then we had to build two L brackets that sat on either side of these on the top section, and we had screws going up. Now again, you can't see that because the bumper's so low on the car and you'd actually have to be looking up at the car, but I didn't want to do that again. That's why I was so, excited to get this bumper again because of the way it fits up. So we're not going to go over a lot of the painting on this bumper since we did one on Carson's bumper. If you want to watch that video, the link will be up here. Today we're going to mostly be installing the canards on each side and putting the clear coat on those. And then once this is on the car, we're going to be reinstalling the lip and the splitter.
Alright, so these are the AJHartman Performance canards. We are going to be getting them drilled up on the M3 bumper. That way we can get them sanded and clear coated. That way they can be drying while we are painting the bumper. And the link for these will be down in the description below.
Oh, you make me wanna talk back to you. Say it like that. If I hate you, then find someone new. Baby, but you know I never will. No, so I choke you down just like a pill. Take you like a pill. Then I fill you like a pill to get my fill. No, do me in the worst way. Don't let me sleep, never say you're sorry. Oh, maybe I'll leave, baby, but you know I never will. No, so I choke you down just like a pill. Oh yeah. Take you like a pill. Then I fill you like a pill to get my fill. No, do me in the worst way. Don't let me sleep, never say you're sorry. Oh, maybe I'll leave, baby, but you know I never will. No.
So the key to these screws that grab the actual metal bumper and grab to the plastic bumper cover is the tabs on the back side of these screws are different lengths. So when you get over here to the middle of the bumper, you want to make sure that this middle one and the two to the left and the two to the right aren't very long, because what will happen is you'll poke through the front side of the bumper and then you'll have a screw hanging out the front. Doesn't really matter too much around the license plate area right here in the middle, but you can see that that actually bumped through just a little bit on mine. Now the license plate's gonna be there, so it's not a big deal.
Do me in the worst way. Don't let me sleep, never say you're sorry. Oh, maybe I'll leave, baby, but you know I never will. No.